Uno na scola mbratale. Uno na scola mbratale. Uno na scola bom dia. Bom dia. Uno na scola bom dia. Fica bem? Odius quata, odius quata, odius quata, odius quata. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can we all rise for a moment of silence? This is for the children of the liberation struggle, some of the NEKA executives that passed on last week, Morgan Mwinga, Neumbo, and Olivia. Those are active members of NEKA, NEKA executive and NEKA membership. Can we all honor them in silence? Attention. It is, you may have a seat. Viva NEKA, viva! Viva! Allah NEKA, viva! Allah NEKA, viva! Allah, children of the liberation struggle, Allah! Allah, children of the liberation struggle, Allah! Allah, combatants, viva! Allah! Viva Swapo, viva! Viva Swapo, viva! Viva Elders Council, viva! Viva Women Council, viva! Youth League, viva! Parents Movement, viva! Viva Patron of NEKA, viva! Viva Comrade Principal and Teacher of Liberation Struggle, viva! Aluta! A Victoria! Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, directors of ceremony, Ms. Ista Kawa Mukawa, thank you very much, my colleague, my sister. By the way, we were together sharing one room in Ecuador we went on a trip as NEKA, and that time we didn't know each other really well. We were getting lost in the town of Ecuador. We were just running around. So there we become very close with my sister Ista. I'm glad and congratulations for your position in Central Committee. It's not one of the NEKA members and also Bele Mamtenya. Okay. Okay, good afternoon. Your Excellency, Comrade Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, our principal with all the protocol observed as established by the directors of ceremony. Thank you very much, Willem. You made my life very easy. But then I will fail in my duty if I don't recognize these two people amongst us as we go forward. I would like to recognize my husband. Behind every successful woman, this time there is a man, not behind every successful man. This time behind every successful woman, there is a man. Come, Mr. Amutati, can you please rise? That is the first gentleman of NEKA. And I will fail in my duty if I don't introduce the mother of the NEKA president, the person that gave birth to the NEKA president. That is my mom, the Mweneo Kunda, former plain combatant and a journalist by nature, and a retired headman, and still a traditional leader, Miss Helen Shimbi. Can you please rise, Menelo? Viva! 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 Okay, thank you. That shows you that is my mom, yeah? Okay, to go back to the program, as I mentioned already, all protocol observed, I would just like to start off with the revolutionaries, offspring of the National Democratic Revolution, forefront of our glorious movement of the SWAPO Party, all protocol observed. During the Namibian struggle, the Namibian liberation struggle, many Namibians were forced to flee their homes and seek refuge in various countries such as Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania. Among those who were displaced were pregnant women who often gave birth to their children in refuge. We are the pioneers of the SWAPO Party movement. We grew up in a society that had no culture, no religions, no tribe, no social groups, no ethnicity, no family, only one tribe. We, sorry for that. We identify ourselves as one family of comrades because we need to be united. This is a generation that must carry the SWAPO movement torch burning. We are the generation that will carry the legacy. Sorry. Yeah, this is a technology sometimes it's fast. Yeah, this is a generation that might carry the SWAPO movement torch burning. We are the generation that will carry the legacy of the liberation struggle. We have the responsibility to build the Namibian nation. Directors of ceremony, we were born during the Namibian liberation struggle, a time of great turmoil and conflict in the country. I'm talking about the pioneers of the SWAPO party movement. We are the children whose parents were the plain freedom fighters, the men and women who were fighting against the South African apartheid regime. We are the children whose parents were determined to help bring freedom to their country, often sacrificing their lives to ensure that we, their children, live in a free and independent Namibia. Our journey was not an easy one. Growing up, we saw and experienced many challenges that no children should have to endure. We often lived in a small, crowded tent. Basic necessities like food, clean water, and medical care were often in short supply. We were particularly vulnerable to violence because we were separated from our families or caregivers. Some lost them due to the conflict of displacement. Some of us were living in overcrowded or unsanitary conditions, increasing the risk of communicable diseases, which were often the case in our camps. We believe that it is essential to ensure that children who live in the refugee camps are protected from all forms of violence and provided with the support they need to heal from any traumatic experience they have faced, and our parents failed to provide us with this essential life support. Directors of ceremony, as the years went by, the children intensified. The liberation struggle intensified. We had to receive basic survival training as we lived in the refugee camps in the war zone. We were trained to know and identify different threat signals. We understand and we were ever prepared at all times of the danger of war. We saw our parents and their comrades fighting harder and harder, often at great personal cost. We began to understand true meaning of sacrifice, and we knew that we too would have to make sacrifices if we wanted to see their dreams come true. Directors of ceremonies, we attended school in the camp where we learned basic skills like reading and writing. We made friends with other children in the camp, and we would often play games together or share stories of their homeland. We witnessed violence, oppression, discrimination. We saw our parents and their communities struggle for basic rights. The rights such as the right to a meal, the right to education, the right to shelter, the right to protection, the right to a family, and the right to a fair and just society. Okay, just hold on. Despite the difficulties, we were determined to do our part. We were inspired by our parents' bravery and the community resilience. We dreamt of a Namibia that was free, just, and prosperous for all citizens. Most of us dreamt of meeting our long-lost parents. We dreamt of the promised land. Where everything will be free and will be happy. These were the promises. Finally, in 1990, Namibia gained its independence. We were overjoyed, but we also knew that the struggle was not over. There is still much work to be done to build a new Namibia, one that was free from the legacy of apartheid and colonialism. we now head to battle for economic emancipation. We're grateful for the survival lessons we learned. We learned the importance of resilience, community, and hope in the face of that adversity. We gained a greater appreciation for freedoms and opportunities that many take for granted. The child became an adult and joined the new government, determined to help build a better future for their country. They worked tirelessly to promote education, health, and economic development. They fought against corruption and worked to build a more just and equitable society. As the years went by, the children of the Namibian liberation struggle became leaders in their own right, respected and admired by their fellow citizens, but some have been forgotten, especially the children of the fallen heroes and heroines of the liberation struggle movement. We pray that one day the leaders of our country will do justice to the sacrifice of the mothers and fathers of the liberation movement by taking care of their descendants. We will never forget where we came from or the struggle that had made us who we were. We remained committed to the ideals of freedom, justice, and equality that has driven our parents and our community during the liberation struggle. As a journey of the child of the liberation struggle, Namibian liberation struggle came full in cycle from a young and child growing up in a time of conflict and struggle to a leader working to build a new Namibia. We will continue to embody the spirit of our parents and help to shape the future of our country for a new generation. Now, I would just like to touch on some of the achievements that the current NEKA leadership, under my leadership, have been doing over the past 2 years. One of the very most important things that we focus on is advocating for the inclusion of the children of the liberation struggle in the veteran acts. This has been an exercise where we have engaged various stakeholders in this. Because it looks like when this draft was made, our parents forgotten that they had their offspring. They completely omitted us from this veteran act. We need this to be realized, to be included. The only people that were included in these veteran acts are those that were born in Namibia, which is not fair. The second point that we have been engaging in is place various children of the liberation struggle in agricultural projects. For example, we have one settlement in Caribbean that is owned by the former veterans that they gave us. We entered into a memorandum of understanding where we have recruited some of our children of the liberation struggle. The third point of our achievement was seeking business possibility opportunities for children of the liberation struggle. This has been a focus area of NEKA in order to create sustainable opportunities for the members, and this we are busy with still. We have applied for a NEKA. We applied for NEKA to affiliate with the SWAPO party mother body, and I'm glad and I'm proud to announce that we finally got affiliated in the SWAPO party. Okay. In conclusion, let me leave you with the spirit of Dr. Semyoma, who has taught us as a children that a united people striving to achieve a common goal for all members of the society will always remain victorious. Long live NEKA Viva! Long live the children of the liberation struggle, long live. Long live the Namibian revolution, long live. Long live SWAPO party, long live. Aluta, a Victoria. I would just like to remind my members here, just to take us back, one of the songs that we used to sing during the liberation struggle at the kindergarten. Who can lead us to one of them before I take out mine? Uno na skola mbwatale, uno na skola mbwatale, mbwata, uno na skola mbondia, mbondia, uno na skola mbondia, sikameni, odius pata, odius kata, Squatter, oh Jew squatter, squatter. Which one again? One more one. One more one. It's my stage. It's our day. Omema serekati, unonutaningetiwa, mowe vinambibia. Otateka tuyana, omema serekati, unonataningetiwa, mowe vinambibia. Kumone awe wana.